everybody, it's Fluffy, and welcome to A Beginner's Guide to Cosplay, Episode 3. Cosplayers from around the globe have debated whether or not you should or shouldn't buy a wig if your hair is suitable for a character you want to cosplay. Beginners to cosplay may not have the money or the knowledge to buy a wig for their costumes, and so they use their own hair, and that's okay. Speaking from experience, my first costume for a convention was Haruhi Fujioka from Oran High School Host Club, and I used my own hair. Reasons being, it was cheap, my hair was the right length and colour, it was easy to style, and it was my first cosplay. However, now that I've cosplayed for a few more years, I buy wigs for all my costumes. People use wigs for their costumes for different reasons. Some cosplayers use a wig because the character they're cosplaying has a hair colour that you wouldn't normally see. Others use wigs because their hair isn't that long. And then there's other cosplayers that decide to cosplay characters that have the most bizarre hairdos that defy gravity better than Elphaba from Wicked. For beginners, wigs can be a huge decision to make for a cosplay. Wigs are an investment. If you're going to buy a wig for a character that you're planning on cosplaying over and over and over again, you need to learn how to maintain and take care of your wig so that it looks good and it's presentable each and every time you wear it. Space for your wigs can also be an issue. If you start cosplaying characters that you have to continuously buy wigs for them, storing your wigs can be an issue. Ways to help this is by buying hooks for the back of your wardrobe and putting your wigs in there. Or you can store them in the Ziploc bags that they come in. However, if you need your wig to keep shape and you can't take it off the wig head unless you're putting it on, then you may need to rethink where you're storing your wigs, or at least the ones that need to stay on the wig head. Wigs can also be ridiculously expensive. For anyone living in the USA, buying a wig from Arda Wigs is less expensive than buying a wig from Arda Wigs in Australia. Why? Dollar conversion. And on top of dollar conversion, shipping costs. A wig that normally costs $91 US is probably going to price up to $110 Australian, including shipping. So for beginners that are outside the free shipping zones, choosing a character that doesn't require a wig can be a good way to go. Of course, it's an option to buy a $2 wig from the $2 store. Hold your horses, do not go on there. Do not take a step closer to that $2 store thinking you're gonna get a good looking wig, because you're not. I'm gonna wear these. Party wigs are not a good way to go under any circumstances for a cosplay. They're shiny. They are near impossible to style. They look terrible and unrealistic. It's better that you go ahead and don't waste your time and buy an actual proper wig. What's the better option? Wig or no wig? Well, it depends on what you want to look like and whether you're ready to fork out the money for a wig and know how to maintain it. Using your own hair may be cost effective and easy. It's thin and it sticks to your head, like hair should. But for fictional characters, having a wig creates more depth. You'll be surrounded by people wearing wigs for many different reasons, and that may drown your hair out. So what's my personal opinion? If you can buy a wig, buy a wig. It's a great investment, especially if you're planning on cosplaying a character over and over again, or characters that have about the same hairstyle and same hair color. Okay, so I may make it sound a little scary about how to maintain a wig, but trust me, it's nothing to get scared over. In all honesty, it's not really that hard. All you have to do is be gentle, use a wide tooth comb when brushing your wig, and make sure it doesn't get tangled. Of course, there are a few tips and tricks on how to maintain your wig, and there's tons of tutorials online for that. However, if you don't have the money or you don't want to buy a wig, then that's fine too. Some people prefer to use their own hair. The majority of the time, cosplays look fine without a wig. It's completely up to you. And with that, I come to the end of this beginner's guide to cosplay. If you have any further questions about wigs, about maintaining them, where to buy them from, drop a question in the comments and I'll try and help you the best I can. The wig site that I mentioned in this video is called Arda Wigs. It's one of the leading companies that supplies wigs for cosplayers, and their wig quality is on point. There are loads of different colors, styles, accessories, and sometimes they even have sales. However, I am in no way sponsored by Arda Wigs. I'm just a very pleased customer who's hoping to help others with their cosplay endeavors. If you have a suggestion for a future beginner's guide to cosplay episode, leave it down in the comments below. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys all later. Fluffy out. If you have any further questions about wigs or sites you can buy them from or rude.